This is the first video of the top 5 passive income ideas mini-series, and this series will span the entire week with a daily video focused on detail of each item in my list. Today's video is all about making income as a notary public. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, and I'm even a volunteer paramedic. By the end of this mini-series, you will have 5 great ideas of how you can make extra money every single day. Now, if you're watching this in real time as I upload, make sure you are subscribed and click the notification bell so you get notifications every day when a video is released. Now, if you're watching this after I've released the entire mini-series, check the playlist I've created for you. The link is in the description. My first side hustle hack is how to become a document notary. When someone signs a contract, they need someone to witness the signature. A notary offers this service for a small fee. Most people overlook this because it sounds so official, but it's incredibly easy to obtain your certification as a notary. Now, just to make this clear, I am not a lawyer and I am not giving out any legal advice. Each state is a little different on how to become a notary and what fees you are legally allowed to charge. In many states, you can take an online course for a small fee, and usually it's about $50 to $100. I remember years ago when I took mine back in Florida and I had to watch an hour-long video and answer like 10 questions or something. If you get the questions wrong, no big deal. They tell you what you did wrong and you get to take the test over again. And hypothetically, and of course this is not something that I would do, but you could hypothetically start the video, go to lunch, come back, answer the test, now you're certified. Once you're certified, you need to purchase a stamp. I think it was like $10 for Florida back in the day. Now that you are certified, I'm sure you're wondering how you can make money as a notary. Well, check your local area for real estate investors, as many of them need notaries that can come to their location at a moment's notice. In video number 3 of this series, I'm going to give you much more details of how I got started into foreclosure flipping. But allow me just to give a quick overview here as it applies to notary work as well. After finishing my time in the United States Navy and returning to civilian life, I began to work for a group of foreclosure flippers. These guys that I worked for had a partnership and they worked all their real estate deals together. Technically, they each owned their own LLC and the 2 LLCs partnered on the deals, but we're getting way too off topic here. So anyways, there were these 2 guys that were friends from college that had recently graduated law school. One took the bar and became an attorney, and the other decided not to take the bar. Now, for many reasons, I am not going to mention their names in these videos. I will just refer to them by their function within the partnership. There was the lawyer and the investor. I was introduced to both of them by a friend of mine that I knew from before I went to the Navy. He was the door knocker or the negotiator. His job would be to knock on someone's door that is currently in foreclosure and negotiate a deal to purchase the house from them. Now, obviously, this is a gross oversimplification of everyone's job duties, but it serves as the basic purpose of what I needed to get across of how I made money as a notary. Because of the nature of the foreclosure business, deals are struck during non-business hours. At least once a week, I would get a phone call at 2 a.m. asking me to be at a specific address within 20 minutes. Now, while the state mandated that I could only charge $25 to notarize a document at the time, I could charge extra for time, mileage, after-hours fees, printing fees, delivery fees, etc. In most cases, I would get about $250 to come out in the middle of the night and notarize documents. I had a portable printer with me that I would bring with my laptop, and for an extra fee, I could print documents for the investor. Now keep in mind, this was 15 years ago, long before smartphones had internet hotspots. So this was a unique service that I could offer to people when it was needed. However, I really didn't do this very much, as the investor usually had the documents ready for me to pick up. For most of the deals, I would get a phone call from the door knocker letting me know that I was needed. I would drive over to the home of the investor and he would already have the contracts printed and ready for me, along with a check to give to the homeowner. I would take these contracts to the house where the homeowner and the door knocker were waiting for me. I would get the signatures from the homeowner, notarize the documents, and give them their check. Then I would take all of the signed documents back to the investor's home. Now, depending on the deal and how far I had to drive, each time it would take about 2 hours start to finish. And it was well worth the $250 plus to the investor to have a reliable notary that was on call and could arrive at any deal at any time without question. This is what I did to differentiate myself from the other notaries in the area. Of course, there are other options for real estate investors. They can go to a bank, a UPS store, a FedEx Kinko's, etc. The problem with these locations is you have to go there in person. Whereas I could come directly to the house in question, and this made it so much easier for the door knocker to make a deal with the homeowner. Think of it this way. There is a lot of power in negotiating when you can tell the owner, don't worry, I'll have a notary come right here to your house. There's no need for you to go anywhere. Now, I have since allowed my notary certification to expire. Yes, I made good money on it. However, in the long run, I made more money finding and running my own deals instead of working for this group. Keep in mind, you cannot notarize your own contracts. So it basically was useless for me to continue to have my notary certification, because I sure as heck wasn't going to notarize documents for my competitors. Now, when I was still working for them, I would make about $3,000 to $5,000 per month on notary and other errands that they had me run. Now, compare that money to doing my own deals, and I was easily making 10 times that amount running my own properties. Now, however, I need to make this clear. If it was not for the on-the-job training that I had as a notary and errand boy, I would have never learned how foreclosures work. Remember, this was the early 2000s, long before YouTube taught you everything you needed to know to get started. Now, yes, there were those late-night infomercials selling you DVD sets, but they were all garbage. Back in the day, when you wanted to learn how deals were really done and how to really make money, you only had two options: trial and error learning or being apprenticed by someone already doing it. Now, of course, these were some of the most corrupt and crooked individuals in the industry at the time that I was working for. There was absolutely no way they were going to apprentice me for my betterment. All they were willing to teach me was just enough for me to do my job and make them more money. It was my own fortitude and drive that kept my eyes open and my ears open so I could learn every piece of information that I could from these guys. Now, I really hope this information gives you just a small hint as to what you can do as a notary and how you can make good money from it. If you guys have any other ideas of making money as a notary, errand boy, document runner, etc., why don't you comment down below and let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, click all the notification things. Doing so really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.